Alrighty, folks. Well, good evening, and welcome to another session of our Vecna Eve of Ruin. I'm your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our intrepid players this evening. I might have already used that one, but intrepid players.
Heyo.
Let's find out what. Well, before we find out what they trepidatious, what they get intrepid about, I don't know. Before we get into what is going to happen this time, let's talk a little bit about what happened last time. So, last time, you guys were traversing the desolate and perpetual fog-ridden landscape. Came across some people. Warforged, they were called. People of metal, stone, and bits of wood. A small flock of them, seemingly friendly enough. Their leader called himself Mercy, claimed he was a pilgrim on the search for relics called docents that were apparently important to his people. Small, magical, metal objects. Being friendly yourselves, Mercy confided in Zom about a friend of his that had gone missing since the so-called Day of Mourning, when the landscape changed to how it is seen now. He hoped if, on your travels, you find him to, well, find him. If, on your search for this relic, if you happen upon him. But, wanting to search yourselves, you left these and approached a couple of large mechanical humanoid-shaped behemoths lying to rust and decay amongst the stones of this wasteland. The machinations had been scoured of anything of use. Opting to eventually head where Mercy said some shelter could be found, you headed towards the broken windmill, encountering a rotten corpse flower that spat out zombies along the way. And after that was dealt with, you ran into other people of flesh like yourselves. An orc named Kalith and her two halfling companions, Grezin and Dordelin. It would seem these folks were scavengers as well after docents. The ones that Mercy and their kind also sought. They didn't seem to be warriors, or at least warmongers. They made mention of a Lord of Blaze, and that there were some warforged that followed him in his ways, but they did give you an idea to use a docent to attune your own divine magics. Find your rod piece. They knew Mercy and the other warforged housed several docents in the broken community. And you distrusted these three at first, but you did agree to at least ask about the docents while you were there. And arriving at Eolos, this ruined township, you approached the broken windmill, greeted by people, more of these warforged, curiosity and hesitance. The mention of Mercy's name got you access to the inside of the windmill, where beneath they laid their mechanical allies to rest. Mentioning your plight further, as well as the trouble with the scavengers, you convinced Mercy to let you test out a docent for your own divinations, while also letting you take some art relics to the trio that had been wanting the docents for coin. Since these were no particular significance to the Warforged other than possible memorabilia. And you guys all opted to stay in Eolos for the evening, as the dark mist shrouded this valley. And that is where we're going to pick up. Is there anything you'd like to do as you take a long rest, or is there anything, or do we want to head already to morning time? I don't remember if we already said you guys got, yeah, you guys got a long rest in the windmill, so we're already past that. So morning would come, and you would see a little bit of light creeping through the cracks of the windmill. Smell of rust and iron and stone. Your stomachs grumble a little bit.
Good morning, everybody. Dude wakes up smiling, pops up.
What's up? And Dred tosses you a ration
Mm,
as he pulls out his own.
catches it in the air. Appreciate it. We got a bunch done yesterday, huh?
I do not see Robbie's token anywhere on the map.
It doesn't matter.
No,
I don't think I have
thought it
them
was
there.
there. I think he was there, but I don't know. It doesn't matter right now.
Yeah.
So, what's on the agenda today? I think we should find this Lord of Blades and kill him.
We know
I
that
don't
the
think
Lord of
that
Blades
would
matter.
be
plausible.
Just saying. Seems like a good fight. And worth fighting? Maybe it's all a part of this. He says, knowing it's clearly not.
You would hear a clank of metal as you probably didn't notice Mercy in the corner. Eyes blinking awake. That would be unwise.
Oh, hey, Mercy, didn't see you there. You sleep? You need to sleep too? Like being mechanical and all?
I have, in a way, rested.
Dude, that's awesome.
I mean, a machine probably doesn't have to sleep as much as how we just meditate, I guess.
Like power down, recharge your batteries or something like that.
Something like that. I sit and I watch everything around.
Man, it sucks he can't come with us.
Come
Excuse me,
with
Mercy.
you. Yes.
May I ask? I just want to clear something up in my mind. How long ago was it when you first met us?
It would have been some time ago. Couldn't have been more than a week. Perhaps a day or two.
Okay. Sorry, just trying to figure out how time works in this dimension compared to other dimensions. It's all interesting, to say the least.
Are you suffering temporal anomalies?
I don't know. One would have to know what temporal anomalies are in order to know if they're suffering from it, wouldn't they?
I suppose you might feel a flux.
Oop, I might got that.
I am unsure.
No, I'm good.
I should go back to these traders and then try to find one of those crystals in those big robots.
You are looking for docents.
Possibly docents. Yeah, I think it might be.
Should you find a
Okay.
docent, please bring it here. It would mean ever so much to me and our people. They are all we have left.
Yes. After we found our artifact, if we have a docent, we'll bring it back to you.
That would be most thankful for you to do that. It would be the honorable thing to do. If you have honor, and it kind of looks over you all. I think so.
Yes, well, we have a lot to do.
Which one of these have you guys not explored yet?
We have explored all we can. I believe. It is hard to remember which is which, as a lot look the same.
Yeah.
There is one that we have not bothered searching. Tales of an unusual colossus called Landro, not powered by a docent, but by some device called a gray matter engine that incorporated part of head kinda Cox, an artifact. Perhaps that is what you seek. The engine was said to generate a magical barrier around Landro, making it impossible to enter, except where the barrier had already been broken.
Do you know what a gray matter is that it's running off of?
It is a gray matter engine.
Do you know what that means? Know what a gray matter engine is?
I do not know what it is, only what it is called.
All right.
But perhaps that one. I am told it is a giant amongst giants, hidden in the mist. As they all are.
You know what? I say we get this thing up and running, and then we take it with us when we go and fight.
I mean,
We'll see what we
might
can
be
do.
able- Yeah, we might be able to do that if it's running on a piece of the rod, right?
Yeah, just shove the other two rods in there with it, and it's even more powerful, right?
Mhm.
Stands to reason.
Let's fucking do this.
That would
Or it
be
explodes.
incredible if it were working. I do not know the state of it, though. Perhaps.
Do you know what direction it's in?
Through the fog.
Everything's through the
I
fog.
have a feeling we know what direction it's in.
Oh yeah, that's right. Figure
Perhaps
that out.
your newly acquired divinations can aid you, if that is even indeed where your artifact you seek is.
Only time will tell.
All we can do is try.
Well, want to get an early start, or do y'all have anything you need to take care of before we go?
Think we can just go?
You know, I'm always ready to roll.
Oh, Jeffrey would have passed out rations to everybody if they'd wanted one.
Absolutely.
We need to make a delivery, and then we can go.
Let's go.
All right. Mercy doesn't really say goodbye as much as stare out stoically as you exit the kind of center of the town where the windmill lays. Are you heading south to meet Kalith, or?
Yeah, I figure we'll get that out of the way.
Fair enough. Would say Zom, you would feel a pull eastward, coming from
Eastward.
a little northeastward, coming from the rod piece that you have. You got two of them, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Just have them together until.
Gotcha. They're snapped in like Legos.
Northeastward.
As you kind of start to follow the river south, though, scarce bit of life that is the grasses and dried bushes, all clinging to the edges of the river, but none of it seems green. A lot of it seems dried, even if it's next to the river. But
Can I determine if the river's been like contaminated or anything?
the river's water would flow kind of clear, with a slight brownish tint to it, mostly from picking up dirt and such. You would see the classic, near the edge of the river, how dried land kind of gets the cracks and stuff through it, but once it gets kind of like re-moisturized, it turns into like muddy bricks of
Got that
cracks like
kinda,
that.
yeah, the clay.
Yeah, I would say that's be a lot of what like the edge of the river's like. It doesn't look necessarily contaminated, just dirty, like with dirt.
Mm.
Maybe the occasional streak of, that rust color from the iron in the ground, but
Now that we're leaving town, I'm going to start keeping an eye out for, you know,
Blaze bears.
blaze bears. Well,
yeah,
not just blaze bears, but anything like dangerous in the area that might be
absolutely.
coming for us.
It won't take you long. It's only like maybe 45 minutes outside of town to the south, near the crumbling stone bridge that crosses the river of water. The bridge is still there, but it is very much crumbling. Kind of beneath the southern side, which you can kind of make out of the bridge, you see a pair of soiled leather tents and kind of bedrolls ranged around a fire pit, as the trio would be kind of sitting there eating their breakfast in the morning, little rations. Easily seeing you approach, Calith would, the orcish individual, she kind of perk up and stand up, kind of wiping off and taking a big bite out of some jerky-like substance. Aye. Oh, you spent the night there. I take it they're friendly enough to you.
Us at least.
Friendly enough.
Well,
Well, we didn't get a docent.
a shame. Probably smuggle a few out if you're sneaky enough.
But we did acquire some pieces you are capable of selling, as that is your real goal, right? To make money.
What do you mean they got other things than docents?
Well, they're inhabiting an old settlement. There were people there before them.
I mean, if it's worth anything, it might do us some good. Looks to the two halflings as they're kind of snacking and trying to eavesdrop as best they can by the fire.
I can start
What'd you
pulling
get?
art pieces.
Yeah, you just start pulling out everything that was all the art. There's like tapestries, sculptures, even like a leather wrapped oil paintings. And they do seem to be well kept.
Not
Calith,
quite as easy to travel with.
I think we can handle that. Hey, you did good.
These come with a cost.
What's that?
You said you wanted to leave. So this should be your ticket out.
I should. That's. Hey guys, we got some art. The halflings kind of scamper up. Both of them start peering at the stuff that you had pulled out of the bag. One of them was just like, not bad. Wait, from the Warforged?
Just things that they had that were of little significance to them, but I'm sure can find coin on the market.
I don't have much to offer. Unless you'd care to share some breakfast with us, we're more than happy to share food that we found and scavenged.
We've already ate. We appreciate it.
We have a long day ahead of us.
Fair enough.
Yes, the sooner we head off, the better.
Are you still after your relic, huh? Your artifact or whatever.
Indeed we are. Indeed we are. But we have a better idea of where it may be found. So
Oh yeah, the docent idea worked. They let you keep one.
They just let us see you on.
I see. Well, I was talking with the guys last night. We've heard of a rumor that there's a Colossus that used part of an artifact. However, some of them, from what I've been told, of self-destruct sequences. And oftentimes there's a terrible explosion, conflagration. So if yours is one and the same, and you wish to remove it, just be careful.
Good to know.
That's the least I could do, you guys. You did a lot of work for us. Didn't have to.
Now you have what you need,
Yeah.
and you can finally go home.
Get out of the Mournland. Although if there's stuff like this around.
There's not. At least not here.
That's fair.
Find things somewhere else.
if I were you, I wouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth, so to speak.
Oh no, I was just thinking, like, what if we teamed up with them, let them keep the docents, and we'll cope the other stuff. If they're willing to part with it so easily. That'll be time for a future business corporation, right?
Keen to talk at the moment.
Yeah, we'll give them some time. We'll head back to the cities and out of this cursed place. Thanks. You helped us out in a pinch and you didn't have to.
Well, don't we all just want to go home?
Nah, I'm having fun. At least
I need to
now.
get back because without me, Neverwinter is constantly in danger.
But it's never
You worry
winter.
too much.
That doesn't sound too bad.
You worry too much, Dread.
Nothing ever stops in Neverwinter. The good or the bad.
There's always something going on.
Well, you know, if a new venturing party, kind of comes up in our place and while we're gone and everything, I could have like a little sidekick when I get back. A mini me that I can train.
Yeah.
I call him Strife. Discourse.
You got some good ideas. I like them.
I don't know if Neverwinter could handle two of you.
Oh God.
I've got plans. All right. To the next big ass robot.
As you would see, Kayla just kind of turn to the halflings. Well, let's load it up. Thanks again. Get out of this place. Two halflings seem more eager. as they start collecting the art pieces and kind of strapping it to their own breaking down camp.
Just for future note, I'm going to withhold one art piece and keep it for
Oh.
ourselves. Just a random trinket for our.
We got the ring of Featherfall.
That's an.
That's
That's less of a trinket.
Fair enough. Something minor, yeah. You can keep a small,
Yeah, I'm not.
small sculpture. Or
Yeah, I
something.
wasn't trying to make bank off of this. Just.
Yeah. A keepsake, a little souvenir.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Leaving this trio to breaking down their camp. You guys follow the Inkling further.
Northeastward.
All right. I'd say no real survival check necessary as you're following a ping that you just kind of feel that pull going across the blasted landscape, swept with the fog that is just ever present. And it's not coming from the waters either, so it's just there. Some combination of smoke and fog.
Have you seen signs of anything?
As you get away from the river itself, the amount of foliage and any sort of plant life, it dissipates. Becomes tumbling rocks and more jagged, not quite mountain, but jagged hill rolling landscape, where it's more jagged than rolling. Coarse landscape. There's not much to be seen other than large boulders and... You know what? Give me a perception check, Sal.
16.
16. You might swear, but through the fog above you, barely a shadow. And a loud whoosh. A pair of gigantic wings.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
Something.
Do you point it out to us?
Not if I didn't. Like if it.
I would say
it was more of a
passively, everyone except for Larissa probably would have noticed it.
Okay.
I don't want to know what this thing is. What the fuck is that?
It's just a flicker of a shadow of something with giant wings. Flies overhead. In a northward somewhat direction. Almost in a direction that you guys are headed, but not quite. But it's something massive.
That's not ominous.
I will say if you want, someone can roll a nature check.
All right.
Okay.
Better and better and better.
Yeah, I would say Jeffrey and Zom, you might recognize. Because they're not... I mean, aside from dragons, it didn't seem like scaled or leathery wings of like a bat or a demon or a devil. It seemed feathered.
I was hoping for a flying machine.
Like a giant
A big
bird of prey known as a rock.
it wasn't a rock.
Makes sense considering the up in the mountains.
Mhm.
It's definitely a perfect spot for rocks to nest. As you're gazing up, you can hear the footsteps crossing along this kind of jagged peak. Metallic hitting stone. See an armored individual, another warforged. Singular. Calls out.
What color is he?
Who? You probably wouldn't be able to tell, but more of a brownish steel colored. Bits of wood and stone mingled in. But he would call out. Or they would call out.
Hello.
Who do you serve?
I'm supposed to say Jesus.
Ourselves.
Neverwinter. And vengeance.
I do not recognize this Neverwinter, nor yourselves.
I don't recognize you either. Who do you serve?
Your recognition does not matter.
It matters to me.
You do
Yeah,
not
you rusty
matter.
bucket of bolts. I matter a lot. I mean, you just said you don't know who I am, so how can you know whether or not I matter?
That
got a
is
point.
a fair point. I do not know you, so how can I know that you do matter? Yes.
And how can you know that he does not?
Existential crisis.
No, you are wrong. For if I do not know you, then I should know that you do not matter. You would hear the sound of steel against steel as a
How
long
close is he?
blade draws. Probably about 30 or so, 30 or 40 feet away.
All right, I'm going to go into a rage and charge him.
We're going to roll initiative first.
No, he's...
Nobody's surprised. I'm bring you to a map. And we're going to roll initiative.
That's where we got advantage.
I just got to start going into a
23.
rage. Like every time we meet somebody, just start going into a rage. Like
20.
what? No, I'm just
23.
I'm just angry all the time, dude. It's not you. It's not you.
Meeting new people just gets me so pumped.
So everyone does have advantage on these as well.
If I can change my 20 to a 23,
You can.
if it's gonna let me, it's not gonna fucking let me.
It won't let you if it's moving. Do it now.
It's moving.
Like if numbers are being added to it, or yeah.
There we go.
It doesn't like it when people are rolling initiative. All right.
That one.
Yes, someone got a nat 1. But dude, you are up first. What's dude doing?
I've heard Dread and have conversations with people, and I know how they end up, so I'm ready to go. I'm just gonna run up to this guy and get behind him, and I'm just gonna start
just leap over him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start just chopping, and just trying to disable him. We're gonna go with 2 attacks.
Got an
Okay.
off switch.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
Stunning strike.
Okay.
And it takes 11 bludgeoning.
He got a 17 on his saving throw.
I believe that
He
saves.
will take 11 bludgeoning.
Second attack.
As you just clink into metal. You do have advantage on that second attack from the stunning strike.
I do.
You absolutely hit him.
And 2 for 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
You'll take 8.
Alright, was not able to get the stunning strike off, so I will patient defense with the focus point.
Okay, patiently defending.
And that'll do it.
Alright. Nara, what's your dex?
+4.
Okay.
19.
That will take us to combatant number 2. As you would notice a two folds. So it'll just be a straight roll for you, not an advantage. I'll take whatever's first. Does a 19 hit dude?
Barely, yeah.
From up below the crevice, another one of these metal creatures appear. You will die. As it stabs
sure hope
into you,
not.
you take 9 points of slashing. And then you would see minor, like a marble roll on the ground nearby. Ending its turn, taking us to Narrow.
We are going to throw a longbow shot the one that just appeared
Okay.
all the way down. $23.
A 23 absolutely hits him.
For 14.
You will happily take not happily. He will unhappily take 14 points of damage as your arrow pierces into his metal exterior.
And a second bow attack for 21.
Also hits.
And 9.
He will also take 9 points of damage.
And then he's going to move all the way up there, and that'll be it.
I need a dex save by Ravi.
Right. I don't know why it's a disadvantage, but
You have an advantage, but a 22.
advantage.
You would see this little pulse of electricity pulse out as a little dart shoots up from nowhere in the ground.
Did you take any damage, or
No, he's fine.
okay? That'll be it.
Is that the little marble thing, or no? Is that
You're unsure.
Separate.
It disappeared into the ground. That will take us to Larissa.
Okay. Now, I'm not sure this is gonna work on an autumn like these creatures because, I mean, technically they don't have eyes.
They've got eyes. Look at him. He's got eyes.
Yeah, but it's not the eyes that we have.
All the better to see you with.
Yeah, leave me alone. That feels like a crevice. When? I want to do color spray.
Okay,
Please.
it's a 15-foot cone.
Yes, it is.
So you do have to get within.
I want to try.
So you'd have to be standing there.
God damn it, dude.
So it would be coming from your square. It is also
Right.
a click on it's an 80-degree cone. So it is
80 to
or no, maybe it's 60. 70? It is a 60-degree cone. So you can definitely just hit him.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. What kind of save is it?
The Constitution. Constitution.
I'll need a dex save from you as you step in there too.
Okay.
You did get a 14 on a save.
They are blinded.
As a flash of colors, I cannot see. I can still kill.
And I'm gonna use up a lucky point.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Fuck me, then.
You take 21 points of piercing damage as a little bolt of electricity
Okay.
shoots a dart towards you. As it knocks you right on your ass. And you have the prone condition.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use my bonus action to Misty Step and have the prone condition
Absolutely.
a little further away. 1, 2, 3.
I think I'll lay down over here instead.
Yep. Just instinctively just poof.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And it will be a refreshing one, so I'll take, I think it's a D10.
Yeah. You get 5 temporary hit points. That will take us to Jeffrey. Just seeing this little spark of electricity just kind of arc from somewhere nearby.
It's gonna yell, go into a rage and charge 40 feet straight ahead.
Okay. Need a dex save. You have advantage on these. You take 21 points of piercing damage as soon as you enter here and get knocked prone. As a little zap of lightning shoots a dart right into you.
Would that be 10 or 11 points then?
It'd be 10.
Alright.
I don't know if you have enough movement left.
I've got only, 10 feet of movement. I have to spend 20 to get up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awful.
It's a gnarly little trap.
Let's see, if you dash, it gives you another 40.
I will. I can't. Yeah, I can.
You can action dash.
All right. I'll action dash to stand up,
Okay.
and then go forward 20 feet or 10 feet. Excuse me. So that'll be 30 feet of movement that I used to do that.
All right.
And now I'm going to second, not second wind. Whatchamacallit?
Action surge.
Action surge. That one.
Absolutely.
Action surge, and I'm going to attack this guy with my non-flaming tongue scimitar right now, I guess.
You're almost
Yeah.
flame tongue.
Is that
20.
advantage?
Yeah, it is at advantage because he is blinded. A 23 will hit.
And I'm gonna keep that for now.
You will take 10 points of
Did I
damage.
have something else clicked by accident?
You have your superiority die clicked, so he'll take 7.
Whoops, my bad.
You're good, you're good.
Then I'm gonna do my offhand dagger attack.
All right. Also at advantage, 22 will definitely hit. We'll take 11 with that +2 dagger.
Then I'm gonna do my second attack.
Yes, absolutely.
So fucking close. All right, I'm gonna add on my sneak attack, and I'm gonna add on a disarming superiority attack to try to make him drop his weapons.
He is immune to it, as the blade is actually attached to his arm, but he will still take the extra damage.
Yeah, that blows. Your arm should fall off.
Actually, wait. No. His is. So he does have to make a save. What kind of save? Dex? Strength? Strength save. He got a 12. So yeah, his sword clatters to the ground.
Should I do an item interaction to kick it into the gorge?
Sure.
And that will be my turn.
That will take us to Zom. Sword goes clattering down.
I'm gonna step forward a little bit. You guys are fine. That. I'm gonna toll the dead the guy in the back.
Okay. Rolling his death. He got a 24 on his wisdom save.
Well, screw that guy. Can do that. I will use my bonus action. Wait, does this turn it into an action? Features and traits. I can use a channel divinity to cast spiritual weapon.
Yeah. Without concentration.
Doesn't change its action type. Okay, cool. So I'll use my bonus action to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get it to the one next to the dude. So it's adjacent to both of them.
Absolutely. What is your spiritual weapon?
It's a glowing longsword. Less flaming than normal, but still glowing. Wish it was that big.
Where you want it? Right there?
That's what she said.
No, I can get it one more because I'm going to attack the guy in the back.
Gotcha.
Spiritual weapon is in the S's. There we go. $22.
Yeah, that'll hit him.
He doesn't take that D8. So
Take 12 points of damage. You crunch into him.
Are you making it do that, Steve? Or is that always animating?
Yeah, I
Spiritual?
I made it an
But
animated little thing.
Really cool. I just didn't notice that until, immediately.
It's just a little thing. Anything else for Zom?
Yeah, I like it.
nope, those were my action types. That thing will stay right there.
All right.
I did not get zapped.
You did not get zapped. That will take us to surprise guest number 2. Yeah, Larissa, you're down, so that's gonna happen. Does a 19 or a 27 hit Larissa?
Of course it fucking does.
You take 14 points of slashing and 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay. I like to do Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. Got a 22 on a save, so it'll take half.
Okay.
But still, the fire lashes out towards him as he stabs. This other mechanical guy stabs down into you. You will feel the blade of war and die. You will take a little bit of damage. Fire damage.
Don't threaten me with a good time. And if I got the 14 damage, what was the other damage?
It was 12 and 14, so 12 more.
12.
He will then kind of run and hop up onto this like broken stone here. Essentially disengaging You would see him drop something on the ground nearby, though, as he runs around. Which will end his turn, taking us to the blinded guy. Death is also blind.
Blind and disarmed.
Yeah. As you would see his chest open up and just launch javelins into... Actually, it'll turn around into dude.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. They are just straight rolls. We'll launch 2 of them at you. Getting an 18 and a 12 to hit.
18 meets.
As you take 14 points of piercing damage, and it knocks you on your ass.
I'm gonna reaction guardian and take a swing at that guy.
Absolutely.
Am I able to deflect attacks on that one?
You tell me.
Well, I'm getting
20
that prone. I don't know
definitely
if I'm allowed to.
Oops, sorry, I had so much stuff clicked. That's my bad.
So no sneak attack, so minus 13, it'll still take 8 points of damage. Yeah, you can absolutely deflect. It's a javelin shooting straight at you.
I actually have deflect energy now. Doesn't matter. So 9 plus.
Yeah, so you
5.
reduce the damage to 0 as you do the Neo move, as you just kind of, yeah, you're getting knocked on the ground, but you kind of roll back up, flipping back up in that same moment. See, less of a Neo, more of like kind of spinning on the ground. Like
he dropped down, flipped it, and reversed it.
Yeah.
Right.
And he'll just call out, kill that one. As the guy behind you, dude, stabs out towards you. Getting a 17 to hit.
Misses.
Which will end their turn. Taking us to... Hey, guess what?
Surprise guest.
Surprise guest. As crossbow bolts, I believe, shoot out towards Dread. Yeah, 2 crossbow bolts from this guy's hand shoot out as he just kind of peers up, getting a 25 and a 26 to hit.
That's it.
Dread, you take 10 and 10, reduced to 5 and 5. As he will also run up real quick, dropping something on the ground and running back. You will die.
He's got a lot of movement.
Yep, he dashed. That will
shoot, dash, and drop a trap.
Mm-hmm.
Man's got everything.
Yep. They can sacrifice one of their attacks to drop a trap. Ending their turn, taking us to Dude.
They make 3 attacks.
Yeah.
Start of my turn, I will attune to the elements, suck up all the ancient stale elements around me. And I'm going to punch this guy with some thunderous smite.
Alright. The guy who's blinded? Or the guy to the south of you?
Guy. Blinded guy.
Blinded guy.
21.
Yes, that will hit.
He needs to make a strength saving throw. I'm trying to push him.
Trying to push him?
Yeah. It takes 11 points of thunder.
He got a 14 on his strength save as he takes 11 thunder damage.
14 is a fail. I'll drop him right behind Dread.
You can't push him past people.
Are we on like a ledge?
It's like a hill. You know what? You give me a strength check. Give me an athletics to see if you can push him over the hill.
Nope, not
Can I help by doing that? You know,
No.
behind his knee. I bend over.
He's gonna go in there. But it is gonna trigger the trap, I believe. Yeah, it will trigger the trap. As he, double check, is knocked prone as a little jolt of lightning shocks him to the ground. He takes some damage.
Alright. I'll punch out at this guy to the south of me.
Absolutely.
Click advantage. 19.
19 will hit.
Alright. I'm gonna try and push him as well.
Okay. Got an 8. Yeah, you definitely push him. He'll take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
14. Trying to. This is more of a ledge, right? So I'm pushing off that way.
It's a ledge. It's
still
a
hill?
ledge ledge down there, so it's like kind of like a
Gotcha.
hill going, like a rocky hill going up to there.
Perfect. Alright. I'll hop down over here, and I will spend a focus point for flurry blows.
Okay.
Let's go again.
Can you push with every attack?
I can.
That's dope. 17 will absolutely hit.
For 9 points of thunder damage.
9 more thunder.
And another strength saving throw.
You got a 16.
That beats it that time.
He holds firm, crunching into the ground. 25 absolutely hits him.
Another strength save. Another 13 thunder.
You got a 21 as he's gaining his footing.
Alright, come on. You know you want to go over that ledge. Last one. 24.
24 will hit.
For another 13 thunder damage.
As he is pushed 10 more feet back.
Alright.
Right at the ledge.
I will move up forward. And that should do it.
That will take us to his turn. As he will... I am not done with you yet.
You can try.
He runs away from you. Quickly running up to his captain.
That's fine.
As he disengages. And he'll make a bunch of attacks at Dread. Dread getting a 14, a 19, and a 21 to hit.
19 and 21 hit.
You take 15 and 12, reduced to 7 and 6 points of slashing damage. And then he also runs around over here. He's got a little more.
Dang it, I already used my reaction.
He's already disengaged. He'll run over here. We got 25, 15, 15, 20. Nah, he'll keep there. That's a fine spot. That will take us to Narrow.
We are
what's
going
up?
to shoot one arrow at this guy down there.
Yeah, which guy?
The one I shot him earlier. This one. I just attacked
One that just tagged
Dread.
Dude? Yeah, gotcha.
Dude in Dread. Yeah.
One that's been running around. Yeah, I gotcha.
19.
19 will hit. Just barely.
11.
11 points of slashing or piercing damage.
And then we're gonna have Ravi do 3 attacks
I need
on the
Ravi,
guy
Ravi to
laying.
give me a dex save.
Right. Should be 20.
Ravi is good.
Now we're gonna get him to do 3 attacks, so at advantage because he's
All
down.
He's down and he's blind.
16.
16 just hits this guy. He is not as well armored as his brethren.
For 12 force damage.
Actually, I take that back. He's going to... No, he doesn't have a melee weapon, so he can't parry. Aha! He will take the 12 damage. He goes to try to deflect, but his sword is not in his hand.
Alright, second attack.
Red sees that and says,
22.
"Suck it, bitch."
22 will absolutely hit him.
Another 9 force damage. And his last attack. And 21.
21 will definitely hit.
For another 9 force
9.
damage.
Yeah, Ravi's just tearing into this metal and wooden stone guy.
That'll be it.
That will take us to Larissa. Larissa, I need a dex save at disadvantage because you're prone.
Okay.
The good news is it won't knock you prone again.
Yay.
Maybe it'll just like
I would like
flip
that
flip you
news.
right side up.
Okay. My sheet will load. Just give it a second. There we go. Disadvantage.
You do take 21 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As a little jolt of lightning shoots a mini dart out of the dirt.
Yep. Wrong one. Okay. I'm going to... Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to refreshing misting step. If my computer will actually work up here.
Okay. On top of this large boulder, maybe about
Yeah.
9 or 10 feet high.
And then I'm going to attempt to command this fella
Okay.
and tell him to flee.
Okay.
To fuck right off.
No wisdom save.
Yes.
Got a 23.
Fuck's sake.
You guys have stone of mind.
I mean, she's right. They can still fuck right off.
Anything else for Larissa? Are you gonna stand up? Or are you gonna stay prone there?
I'll stand up, I guess.
Stand up. And any movement? Or are you staying put up there?
I'm staying put.
All right. That will take us to Jeffrey. Jeffrey, at the start of your turn, need that dex save.
Oh, it's still an active trap? Dang.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
21. Yeah, you see that jolt of electricity shoot a little dart out from, like, seemingly nowhere. Easily just dodge away from it.
Not this time, fuckface, and then I stab the guy.
All right.
And
28 will absolutely hit him.
what do I have clicked right now? Nothing. Alright, cool.
Take 12 points of damage as you slash down onto him. Ow. You will suffer.
I'm gonna make you suffer. Gonna turn you into carriage nuts. Dagger attack.
26 will hit. Takes 10 more points of damage.
And then he's still up. Dang.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, he's a tough one. A 15 just misses.
Tink.
As he finally
So-
rolls a little bit away, get into the dirt with your scimitar.
Was there anything else I can do in this moment? Nope. That's all.
All
That's my
right.
turn.
That will take us to Zom.
Right. Alright.
Yeah.
Enough of this. I have to move to right here.
I do need a dex save at the start of your turn, Zom. Sorry.
I didn't move anywhere.
Yeah, before you moved. A 15, you do start off with that jolt of electricity, and you take 21 points of piercing damage, and it knocks you prone.
I'll take 16 points of piercing damage,
Aha.
and I'll spend half my movement getting up and the other half to get to where I needed to get.
I need another dex save. As you go from one to another. As it knocks you prone again.
I don't need to be up to do this.
Yep. And you take 21 reduced to 16.
Yep, I took 16 more points of damage.
Heavy armor mastery is great.
I took more damage in this one round of combat than I've taken in a month.
It's your turn.
Alright, I'm going to cast Steel Wind Strike, targeting all of them.
Okay.
Because they're all within 30 feet of me from here.
They absolutely are. So who's first?
I'm just going to go clockwise. So this one over here,
Okay, hit.
32 points of force damage.
All right.
I'll just take out the little ones, and I'm going to end on the big guy because that's where I want to stand. So,
Okay.
the one that's taken a bunch of damage. I think I have to click it again in my sheet.
Yeah, he is looking rough.
$26 to hit.
26 absolutely hits him.
39 points
Takes
of force
39
damage.
points of force. And what does your Steel Wind Strike look like as you are just...
I basically I'll put my glaive back. I'll stow it,
Mhm.
and I'm just like it's misty in here, so I really kind of just disappear, and it looks like I have my spiritual weapon, and I'm just slashing these people as I move through, because the blade will disappear. So I just appear behind them.
Absolutely. As you cut through this guy, he is gone.
I hit the other little guy over here. $21 to hit.
21 hits.
41 points of force damage.
Absolutely.
And then I will target the big guy.
All right. At advantage because he's prone?
I mean, I'll roll it again.
You never know.
Natural
Go
20.
fishing. Yeah.
I got there.
Yeah.
60 points of
For
force
60
damage.
points of force damage. Yeah, what does this last strike look like?
I'm just, just a downward stab.
Yeah, as it just cleaves him in two. His eyes flicker out as he just kind of tries to burble something, but nothing comes out. As, unfortunately, I do need another deck save as you land there. As you land into the third trap. 18. You finally, with this one, with that kind of speed of the Steel Wind Strike flowing through you, you kind of just dodge to the side as a little jolt of electricity sends a dart flying your direction.
And I still have a bonus action. How far can I move this thing?
20 feet.
Probably enough to get to this guy over here.
Absolutely. As the near flaming sword slashes out to this other guy who's atop the rocks.
24.
24 absolutely hits.
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage.
And that is all I can do.
All right. That will take us to their turns. So what he's going to do... The Lord of Blades will know your faces, and you shall suffer. As he slides down the rocks. And disappears from sight. You have not seen the last of our kind. And he'll also do the same thing. Trying to dissipate into the mists. You do still see him, though, as he slides down. He gets to be about 60 feet down. As he dissipates. Tries to dissipate. I would say everyone... Yeah, everyone still sees him. Did not roll great on his... Larissa, he'd be hard to see, but you do see him. But everyone else does indeed see him.
I'm probably on the other side of a ledge or a hill.
Yeah,
Right,
dude, you
so
don't see him. But you also don't, you definitely don't see the other guy. He is gone. Which will take us, are you guys pursuing? The one that you can see.
One got away over here.
Do you want me to go after them?
Nah,
There's
On
another
the,
one
on
right
the
there.
inside, Dredd does not want to go after them because he wants them to come back and attack
with,
again.
with the bigger force.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
going fishing. Let the little ones go and bring back a big fish.
absolutely.
No, if they're running away, they're running away. We didn't need to fight them anyway.
I will need... Gonna say dexterity saves from everyone, including everyone besides Larissa and Nero. One last
I mean,
time.
can I take my?
Well, actually,
Oh,
yeah,
I'll
we'll go
start
one by
my
one.
turn.
Dex,
I was gonna say, can I try to disarm my trap for my turn? But it starts at the beginning of my turn.
We would start with Dexter. As you run up here, you would feel that jolt of electricity. You're good. A little dart shoots out towards you.
Catch it.
Sure, you catch it. But it's shooting from somewhere.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Gonna need another dex save from you if no one disables it. Nero, what are you doing?
Is it possible for him to look around,
Absolutely.
to look forward to see if you can see them?
Give me an investigation check as you search around the area.
Nope, 7.
You don't see them. I need Ravi to give me a dexterity save. Ravi's golden. Hadn't been
14.
hit once by these things. That will take us... Larissa, are you doing anything in relation to any of this?
Well, personally, I was gonna Eldritch Blast the fellow.
You
that I
absolutely
still
can.
see.
Yeah, Eldritch Blast him.
Oh, I'm gonna...
Do it.
Thank you.
Do it.
You probably have, honestly, like the best perch position to shoot at him.
Oh,
You have the high ground.
I have the high ground.
Shoot me 3 Eldritch Blasts.
I didn't mean to do that.
No, you're good. 2 of them still hit.
Automatic. Let's see, do I have my agonizing blast on?
If not, we can easily add 5 to it. for 22 more points of damage. He's still up. You hear the pounding of metal and stone tumbling down. That will take us to Jeffrey. Jeffrey, I need a dex save. 16 just succeeds. Jeff, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Sorry, I hit the button, but it didn't click. My fingers. I want to use my turn to disarm my trap.
So give me an investigation check to find it. To discern.
Okay, so
you don't know
I'll-
where it's coming from. It's like this sourceless.
Well, I'm
light.
assuming that it happened. Well, actually, it started happening here. Right? Okay, I'm going to give you the investigation because now I'm not sure where the trap starts and stops. Its range. Boom. 23.
You spot a little warble, almost like something is intensely camouflaged in between you and dude.
All right, can I use the rest of my turn to disarm it?
I would say you can always just throw it.
Yeah, I'll do that. That's easy.
You just pick it up and throw it. You can,
Actually, I know. No, I want to disarm it because I want to be able to use it. That's what Jeff. That's what Jeff would really do.
It would have been your action to search for it.
Okay, I'll say, dude, take a few steps that way. Or can I actually maneuver him? Use my movement. That's action to grapple somebody, I guess.
You can maneuver the object.
Yeah, I'll just pick the object up and move with it. How about that?
Absolutely. I need a dex save.
I'll move.
As another jolt of lightning shoots out towards you.
Uh,
You take 21 points of damage, reduced to 10.
It's like, ow.
As there's another one. The minefield. And it does knock you prone.
But I got this one in my hand, and I'm just like, I thought that it shocked me. I was like, eh.
Nope. But it like shoots you in your butt.
Perfectly sculpted butt.
Anything else for Dread?
Nope.
All
He's
right.
fine.
Good news is, Zom, I don't need you to make a save. Dread saved you that. Because next time he's taking 2.
I don't have anything to do. I'm not chasing that guy.
It's pretty much if you guys are trying to disable this traps. Or you can just move away from them.
I'm good to just leave.
Yeah.
Well, don't come near me. I'm gonna use these for later. Oh,
There are
figure out how they fucking work. Oh.
Yep. So Zom just kind of assessing the situation, seeing just Dread get shocked a couple times.
I guess I can see if I can see any of them.
Yeah, you'd have to get up to 1, 2 closer to the
Okay.
area to see where they're at.
From up here, I can't really see anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he took the one that was affecting that area.
Yeah, I just didn't know they're well camouflaged. I can't see them from.
You have to get at least a little bit closer.
I have to get shocked and knocked prone to be able to see one.
Not necessarily. I mean, like, if you're standing, like, where Dude is, or near Dude, you could probably look.
Yeah, but, like, I won't know where they are until I get attacked by it, so...
That's true. Give me an investigation check as you're walking. Maybe you'll see it as it... Maybe something will pop out in your eye.
15.
A 15... No, you don't see where they're at. So you... I'll give you advantage if you willingly step into it and get shocked. And trigger that dex save.
Yeah, but then I'll get knocked prone and I can't do anything about it, so...
True.
And depending on where you move me, it might put me within 2 of them.
Maybe? I'm not going to move you. I mean, wherever you want to step. I mean, you do know that there's a second one around where Dread's at.
There's a third one around as well.
There's a third one somewhere else.
That one's like over here though, right?
Maybe.
I mean, Larissa was over here, so it's probably like right. I don't know. Nero hasn't made one, so probably like
Larissa
right.
was sitting there.
Yeah, and it looks like it's got a 10-foot range, so probably like here. But if it was there, I'd already be in it, so it must be here. And that one came from over there, so it's probably like right here.
Well, you don't see it standing where you're at, except for the one that is Dread is holding, just that
Dread
kind of
already had.
warble. That will take us to Dexter then. Dex.
Alright, let's get some practice with these things. I'm gonna move forward, try and look for one that Dread doesn't have.
Okay. Yeah, give me a Dex save. And then give me an investigation. I'll give you advantage because you're taking that Dex save. 18, you avoid it. You see a shock of a dart shoot out from somewhere. Give me an investigation with advantage.
15.
You do not see it.
Don't see it. Nero, you getting shot at over there?
Nope.
Don't worry about Nero.
Okay. That'll take us to Nero.
He's gonna go and he's gonna climb on that rock beside Larissa.
Okay.
And he's gonna... Is he still there? Or did he leave?
Is who still there? Oh, no, he's gone. He was just trying to run another
gone,
like
okay.
120 feet into the fog.
Then from the perch, we're gonna try to look for that.
I'll say from up there, give me an investigation at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Not one.
Harder to see up here because of the fog.
All right. That'll be it. We tell. Do we really have to waste our time finding these things?
No, you're fine. I'll take care of it. Ugh.
Is Larissa doing anything about this? Or is she just watching Dread struggle with his own problem of his own making halfway?
Just go ahead and like see if those guys had anything on them. I mean, they work for the Blade Lord, you know. They might have something cool. I did kick his sword down the fucking mountain. I'm going to look for that after I finish here.
Larissa just sits down,
Okay.
crosses her leg, and just watches Jeffrey.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
She doesn't cure wounds on herself.
Dread, give
It's
me
the-
two
Like-
deck saves. Yeah.
It's the Jeffrey show that she has seen many times.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know that there's a reason why I kept him around.
Yeah, there's a reason why.
Yeah, Jeff avoids both of the shocks of electricity, one of them coming from his own hands and the other from the ground nearby.
All right, so I'm going to start with
Or
trying
wait.
to just...
Oh, no, okay. That would still be straight rolls because you're prone.
Gotcha.
So 17 and 16 is still good.
I want to disable the one in my hand without breaking it, hopefully.
Give me a sleight of hand check. The 22, you do indeed. The one that you're holding kind of
24, but yeah.
24.
Oh, yeah. Twisting and bopping and pulling, and eventually you hear the sizzle as it goes away.
All right, so I'm going to say that I've got a trap now. And then I'm going to, I guess, make another deck save and then try to find the other one.
Well, you have already made 2 for the location where you're at, so...
Okay, so I want to find the other one.
Well, your action would have been disabling the trap.
Yeah, I didn't know we were still in, like, doing turn order.
Well, so it would only matter... I mean, we don't have to go turn by turn. But essentially for every round that you're there, you can only make the save once a round.
Yeah.
So it's not like... I will say if you want, you can get out of it and give me an investigation check.
Yeah, I mean, I'll stand up and kind of like, I mean, I'm okay smart. I'm not like a savant, but I'm like, I know better than to be like, while I'm searching for it, to just stand there.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I know better.
Most of the time.
Okay, and then I'll.
Yeah, with a 21, you can kind of see the warble. They're both right there.
All right. I'm like, can I like give it a vicinity of like, don't step into those areas, and then immediately step into the area and go try to disarm it because I don't know how to disarm it from the outside.
Yeah, give me a dex save.
I'm gonna try one as well.
Okay, give me a dex save. Jeffrey, you take 21 points of damage, reduced to 10, as it knocks you prone.
14.
Dude, you take 21 points of damage, as it knocks you prone.
I'll do evasion.
Okay. You take 10 points of piercing damage, as it knocks you prone.
And I want to grab it and try to disable it.
Same.
I'll say both of you give me more dexterity saves. Because, you step in to find it.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're both avoiding it, and then give me sleight of hand checks to try to disable these two traps. Dude, you can't seem to figure this one out. Jeffrey does disable this one.
Jeff, what's the trick?
There's like this little latch on the side. You got to push and then there's a button inside behind a little panel, I think. Yeah, just gotta.
As it's like after you undo it, you can see it's like a little marble with little wooden plates and holes all over it that shoot darts out. It's all burned and scarred, and gnarly looking. So it's a little tiny device.
Can't figure this one out. You want to try, or you want me to throw this one?
I can always use more traps.
Alright, toss it over to him.
Jeffrey, give me a dex save. You avoid it, and give me a sleight of hand check.
Oof. I was rolling so well.
I will need both of you guys to give me dex saves again.
You know, this one might be bad. Let's toss it.
You're both avoiding, just kind of dodging these little darts that kind of shooting out.
Alright, and toss it.
Just chuck it. As it rolls down, you can hear it, the little darts hitting the rocks repeatedly, over and over. Meanwhile, we'll hop out of we didn't need initiative for all that anyways, but it's mostly just about the turn orders and not turn orders, but the rounds, yeah.
Yeah.
But with two of these metallic creatures cut in two by Zom's glaive, not much other than you can notice the markings of looks like marks of self-harm, scratch marks,
flagellation almost.
Yeah, but
like religious kind of things.
Blade cuts all along them that seems more self-inflicted than it would be from battle.
Oh. Can I search their bodies?
The only thing, I mean, one of them has a javelin launcher in their chest, but this is non-copyable. This, however they were made, is ridiculous. The mechanism within doesn't make any sense, and it seems like it would need them to be alive in order to utilize it.
Well, they don't have any like pockets, bags, or anything
They
like that.
do not have any pockets or bags.
Okay.
None of them have weapons. This guy does have like a arm blade attached to his arm. On his other arm, he has a kind of like a wrist-mounted crossbow launcher. But it is his wrist. Like he opens up his palm and crossbow gets shot out. Same thing with the blade.
Then Jeff will turn it over. Do y'all mind if I go and search for that guy's weapon that I kicked off the cliff?
Go ahead, then we can continue.
Y'all want to like take a short break? I know Larissa got kind of the brunt of some of those attacks.
I am fine. Okay? You go and look for your stupid sword thing.
All right, good to know. And then I'm gonna get out my climber's gear and put that on and climb down the cliff.
Okay, give me a survival check.
28.
28. If you don't find the blade, it takes you maybe 10 minutes. You find where it fell and some footsteps nearby as the blade
That
is lying
fucking
there.
asshole.
Say it takes like 5 minutes, but at 28, yeah, like not even 5
Yeah.
minutes. As soon as you get down there, like, yeah, it should be right there. Oh, there's footsteps. Of course they took it.
Yeah, I kind of figured he might have, but I wanted to double check. And then I'll climb back up and say, that fucking prick got the sword. All right.
We'll finish the 10 minutes. And everybody can heal 11 and take a short rest.
Absolutely. As a prayer of healing gets muttered to each of you, warmth filling your souls. We're going to go ahead and take our little 5-10 minute break there. As finally encountered some of the ones you were warned about from the Lord of Blades. But, yeah, we're going to take our 5-10 there, folks, so stick around. We'll be back here in a few. See if we find our rod piece yet. We'll see in a minute. Alright, folks, we are back in it. Last we left off, our troop was somewhat ambushed by a group of Warforged loyal to the Lord of Blades in this area. You slew a couple of them, a couple more fled, and then you dealt with the jolting dart traps they left behind. And still amongst the mist and fog-covered land. That's where we're picking up. You guys got a short rest via Zom's prayer of healing. So, what are you up to?
Northeast.
Going back east? Yeah, let's go.
See, you gotta find it.
Back on the trail, following that signal, trudging an hour, 2 hours more across dirt.
Well, this
and
is fucking
stone.
boring.
It is boring, but every moment, occasionally, you'll hear like rocks kind of tussle nearby, or a breeze kind of blows through, moving the fog in odd ways. But yeah, after about an hour and a half to almost 2 hours, ahead of you, a great shadow looms. A kind of half embedded and stuck into it, you can see only by like this outstretched arm overhanging, I want to say like 130 feet up through the fog.
Just his arm.
Well, that would be your first inkling, would be his arm, which is, no, about 260 feet up. Barely visible through the fog. Large hand outstretched, partially angled downward. And then you would see foot of a giant metallic and stone behemoth kind of half embedded into the side of this mountain. This thing's easily 300, 400 feet tall. You're unsure. Fog covering this mountain. This is by far much bigger than any other.
This is how we protect Neverwinter forever.
We'll say, give me a history check, Jeffrey. I mean, speaking on that.
11.
Okay.
Wait, you know what? I want to know. I didn't put that I had inspiration because we had that long
you're
rest. So I'll use my inspiration.
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me that reroll. We'll see if we get anything better.
Reroll. Fuck, come on.
I'd let someone else roll history if you want to know.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's try. I'm not good at it.
No, you never know. You don't have advantage, but a 16 is enough.
Know.
You have heard of the great city of Waterdeep. Has these gargantuan living statues that in times of great danger protect the city. Probably not this big, but still sizable themselves. Great colossuses made of stone. This one is clearly broken, rusted. Can't even really make out its face through the fog, but you can only tell that it's really there just because it's slightly different than the stone mountain it's embedded in.
You'd let Jeffrey know. Probably should just talk to the mages in Waterdeep. Sure, they can help you.
It's a close guard secret of Waterdeep.
Probably, but I mean,
nope.
Just to tease him.
I'm gonna make this work. And Jeffrey's just staring, dumbfounded at this thing, daydreaming about all the adventures he will have.
Is there a way in we can find?
You see like a toe jutting out of the mountainside. Like most of this thing is inside of rock. But yeah, you would see a couple of toes jutting out of the mountainside, like the front of the foot. And you can see that arm outstretched. That would be really all that's visible.
Maybe we can enter by using the toes.
Didn't he say that it was protected by like a force field or something? Can I try to perceive the force field the same way that I was looking for the dart traps?
Yeah, you don't see any force field.
Oh, I said it was protected by something.
He did. You don't see it.
Okay, I'm gonna head towards the foot then.
Okay, you head up towards the foot.
Start looking around for any way that I might find an entrance or
Yeah.
a hole.
Give me a investigation check
27.
with a 27. You spot a stone door embedded like kind of between the middle two toes. There's only 4 toes for some reason. Weird, but you do spot a wide stone door, maybe 8 or 9 feet wide, double door.
I found the entrance. Dun, 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 and I go to the door. And then I'm going to look for traps.
You look around. Nah, no one's been here in ages. There's no traps visible.
Well,
The door.
I wasn't worried like about anybody being here in ages, like trapping
Yeah.
this. I was worried about it being a security measure for somebody, this being a war machine, somebody trying to get in.
It looks like a sturdy, solid stone metal reinforced door.
All right, I'll try to see if it's unlocked. Give it a push. Give it a see a handle or anything.
You don't see a handle. You give it a push. It is stuck fast.
Any keyhole kind of deal looking thing?
No keyhole.
All right, I'm gonna smash it. Try to kick it loose.
Sure, give me an athletics check for funsies. Roll for fun.
That's all I do is roll for fun. Let me unclick my rage real quick.
He's been angry for 2.5 hours. With a 16, you kick the door, stubbing your toe. You hear this loud, warbling bang. As if your foot doesn't even really touch the door.
Oh.
There's the force field.
All right. Well, I don't think that I can do anything about this. So, unless anybody has any ideas.
See what else we can find, I guess.
No dispel magics or knock or anything like that.
I would say narrow while this is going on with your keen elven eyesight. You do spot some caves nearby. Well, at least one cave nearby, kind of at ground level. You also see like a rocky face of the mountainside nearby, but you would spot a cave nearby.
There might be another way in, guys, as he points towards that cave.
There might be something to fight. And you can't see because of the helmet, but there's like a real like decision moment inside his head. Like, go try to find something to fight, stand here and try to get inside this awesome machine. He's like, even though he can't break through the door, he's like, maybe I should just keep trying.
We can probably try to get in this, but another way in, maybe, and fight some things on the way.
Yeah,
All right.
sounds good to me.
All right, yeah. You're right. Let's go. I'm wasting
Narrow
time.
would head towards that cave.
Sure. Heading toward this jagged cave entrance in the side of the mountain seems to resemble a yawning maw. Warped stalactites drop and droop at odd angles like monstrous fangs. You do see a shallow stream of thin, gray liquid dribbling from the hole. Inside the cave, darkness awaits.
Jeffrey lights his saber on fire.
Thank you.
Light your saber on fire. Absolutely you do.
After he pulls it out of the sheath, obviously.
Nope.
In case you
he's
were
just used to
wondering.
it always burning.
Yeah, he's like,
Fair enough.
I got so used to this.
As you illuminate the inside of the cave, I'm gonna bring you guys to a map. Just remember to try being descriptive as possible as you are meandering through.
I want to give a listen out and see if I hear anything skittering, slithering, what have you in the cave.
I'm sticking with Dread.
You would hear the slight slopping of the gray liquid flowing. Shallow stream flowing out from outside the cave.
I think now might be a good time. I'm going to activate the daily see invisibility.
Okay.
Give us an hour of that, just in case.
You can now see what's really there. Everything you see.
Well, doesn't have true sight. He just has invisibility.
Right.
Then you would see what Jeffrey really is, a scared little boy.
Mhm.
All right, we're ready to move forward. Jeff will start walking down the only path that he sees.
Yeah, it is the only path of the entrance to this cave.
It's probably not walking
Move
whatever
forward.
this weird liquid is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be stepping inside, but I'm not going to like follow the wall either.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be like, I don't want to have something reach out from the walls because I've had that happen before.
Yeah, Jeff kind of peering ahead with your flaming sword. Scattered across this place, you would see corpses of recently fallen human soldiers bearing fine weapons and well-oiled armor, scattered about the musty cavern.
So they're soldiers, not mercenaries, and they're not like scavengers. Okay. Did the Warforged say who was fighting in the what the Colossus? Who was fighting each other? Because I've forgotten if they did say.
I don't think they did. No.
Don't think we really took a deep dive in their history.
Yeah. Because I guess I just assumed that it was Warforged fighting Warforged, but it could have been these people fighting each other, what have you, and they made the Warforged.
But if it's been 100 years,
It hasn't been 100
and
years.
as
Their concept of
as they
time.
claim,
The Siren soldiers said it was only like 4 or 5 years.
How fresh did you say these corpses were? How fresh are they? Can I determine? And I
They
can't move past. There we go.
they are fresh.
All right, be on the lookout. These have recently been dispatched.
Give me an
You
investigation
said,
check,
yeah, like
Dread. Yeah, as you start examining.
insignia kind of stuff,
Yeah,
weaponry.
with the 20, you notice a couple of things. There is a thick layer of powdery residue settled kind of all across the scene, almost suggesting that the remains have possibly been here for years.
I'm gonna ask everybody to back up a little bit, and then I'm gonna like put my flaming sword to the whatever chemical thing I think is on top of things and see if it light on fire.
Making me do research here.
Mhm.
Does it burn? No, it would sizzle against
Okay.
the gray powdery residue.
Yeah. Hmm.
this is the liquid, right? Is it possible for Nero to figure out if it's what it is? Or get an idea of
Can you figure out what it is?
Alchemy.
if he likes dips his finger in it and like try to see the viscosity and that kind of stuff.
So it would be, yeah, as you kind of look down towards it, you almost see a reflection of a twisted and monstrous version of yourself. It's weird, inscrutable expression on it. As you touch it, it's sticky. It's definitely very viscous and thicker than you first anticipated.
Yeah, it is.
This is. I see myself in that liquid when I look at it?
Yeah, for a brief moment.
Deformed?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would tell that the other deformed. This is a weird liquid, guys.
Well, I mean, we
Like
saw
it's
that.
alive.
We saw that had that mirror shit happen, right?
Gray matter
So
engine, gray liquid.
I wonder if that mirror was the same stuff. Oh, gray matter.
That would make
There you go.
sense.
All of the liquid.
Oh, so, well, that means this thing's fucking busted, like completely. I don't know. I can't like get all this back inside there.
We're taking the rod.
Fuck.
It won't work without the rod.
That's why we were going to use the rods to make it. Maybe we can still make it better. Magic. I don't know how the magics work, so maybe we can get the 2 rods to put that in there, and it'll just heal itself. It's going to work.
Magic doesn't work like that usually.
That's kind
But
of
you
how
can
I was
try.
thinking it was going to work. Yeah.
I guess we follow the trail to that engine. Have any other choice?
Seems prudent.
Yeah. I would also say
Alright.
I would say with Dread's investigation, there, like, everything is intact in this scene. Like the weapons, armor, the people, the corpses, like their wounds that killed them. It's all fresh.
Do they have like an insignia or something denoting who they are? Like were like
They do, but you wouldn't.
No,
It would
like,
be
I
actually
don't-
the
I don't-
same, similar insignia to what was previously on the trio that you had met.
Okay. See, I was gonna ask if it was similar to like the Lord of Blades insignia
Nah.
or something. Like maybe they that's how they came about, was these guys or something like that. Trying to figure the history out based on those clues, but all right. All right. Well,
Something is preserving them.
yeah.
That liquid probably is.
I wonder. All right, so let's see. Do I have anything on me? Anybody have any vials or anything?
You're the guy who carries everything, and you don't have vials.
I thought I might have. I do have a vial. Fuck yes.
There you
All
go.
right. I want to get a vial and scrape up some of this dust stuff into it.
The dust stuff or the liquid?
The liquid.
Okay.
Actually, I only have one vial. I would do both.
Yeah, they're the same thing. One of them's just dried.
Yeah, then I'll get the liquid. I can dry it out.
Yeah.
Dehydrate it.
Dehydrated gray matter.
If you get the dry matter, if you get the dry stuff, you'll be able to create more liquid mass than the liquid already has.
Mm-hmm.
Good thinking. All right, yeah. Never mind. I'm going to pour that back out and follow Larissa because she's smart and knows chemistry. And yeah, so I've got a vial full of gray matter dust.
Okay.
Let's go forward, I guess.
You would see a jutting cave shooting east of here while the gray matter twists and winds to the north.
All right. Follow the gray matter to the engine or go right and search for what's in this cave.
Let's follow the to the engine and find whatever we find on the way.
All right, we can follow that path on the way back. And I'll move towards the gray matter.
All right.
Waiting for everybody to
I can't see
follow
them.
around the corners.
Yeah.
Just go forward, and
It's like, twist feet turning.
As you keep twisting and turning, you see the gray matter extends upwards at a steep slope heading northwest. The cave itself veers to the east. Also,
Does
kind
it
of
still
a
look like
little
it's
bit
easier? I was gonna say, does it look like it's still easy to go up this way?
It's definitely traversable. Absolutely.
I'm gonna go ahead and put on the climbing kit again, and
It's not like.
Well, I don't know what's up ahead, so I'm gonna go ahead and get ready. Put on the climbing kit, get like a rope ready to tie like the people behind me to me if need be, just like prepared.
I gotcha.
I need to climb my kit.
And then start moving my way further in this path.
Absolutely. As you climb upwards, it twists and curves and steep. A little bit of climbing, like it's a hike up through this narrow cave.
It'll be
And
easier on me. Maybe. Or I might have made it more difficult because now I've got these cleats on.
it goes up, you'd wager 130 or so feet. Continuing upward, winding and twisting. You see a small opening that extends outward where you can see the fog. The gray matter keeps climbing upward though, inside the cave. So you come to a place where you see an opening to exit the cave, but you also see this gray matter stream still flowing up
All right.
in the cave.
Out of the cave and try to see if there's another way into the robot, I guess, or I could climb up and drop a rope, maybe.
Well, I'm saying so. The cave continues upward, with the gray matter stream,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's the exit outside the cave. Not sure where that
Okay.
goes.
Wait, what's outside the cave?
Looks like rocks and fog.
Can't see the robot.
No, you'd be facing away from it because the robot is embedded into the mountainside.
Guess keep on going.
Yeah, keep on going up.
All right, keep on keeping on. As you head upward towards a narrow, I'm gonna have to stack you guys, so just be aware. As I move you. And I have to move my lighting. Because you would technically be like coming out up here. Through this narrow passageway. You can't help but step into the gray matter.
Mm-hmm.
Not like it makes the biggest difference. I could separate you
Yeah,
guys.
I'm not so worried about it now that we kind of understand where it's coming from. I'm just like, I mean, honestly, Dread thought about doing a line of the gray dust back there.
Sure, why not?
Just to see what happens. In fact, he might later. We'll see. He probably will.
You can see the gray matter kind of twisting around a corner as it actually goes downhill slightly. Almost the gray matter almost kind of defies gravity in a moment.
Now we move forward and move to a different section of the map. I would like to kind of be on edge and see what I perceive.
Absolutely.
Visually, orally,
Give me
what do I hear?
Give me a perception check.
30.
With a nat 20 and a 30. Okay. So you
Dread just kind of like gets down on one knee and like motions for everybody to be quiet and just kind of listens out and looks around, peering, maybe pushing the flame out a little bit further to get a little bit more distance of that light.
Yeah, as you kind of peer outward, sniffing, there's the horrible scent in the air that you didn't smell previously. You would occasionally hear this flicking of like something wet almost tapping against something solid. You hear the stream rustling, continuing up. And I would even say from where you're at, kind of like around that corner, you notice a little bit of debris to the southwest. Small bits of bone. A little bit of sludge sticking to the walls.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to start making like hand gestures. Like, thinking like there's something up ahead, and then I'm going to start slow.
Give me a nature check.
21.
Smells animalistic almost. The stench. There's something off about it that you just don't quite know.
Yeah. I'm gonna slowly creep. I want to sneak moving forward
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
and tell everybody to kind of stay still for a second.
No.
16.
All right, as you creep forward with your blazing sword.
Yeah, I mean, I'm casting light, but you'll see the light coming around, but you won't know maybe exactly where I am, or won't be making as much noise.
You won't hear it. Yeah, as you kind of skirt around the edge of the stream, you can see it flows upward to a narrow path. It flows down here for a moment before flowing up. This weird anti-gravity bit there and you can almost feel it as you bump up a little bit.
That clicking noise was coming from over here this way?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Dread's going to be drawn to that.
Absolutely.
Obviously. It's slowly steady moving forward, and just like kind of like as I'm moving forward, like making eye contact with whoever and just slowly having them, follow behind me at a little slower pace. So I'm not leaving them in the lurch.
I'll stay at the edge of the light, following him.
Okay. You can give me a stealth check too if you all want to. And how much distance are you guys keeping from Dread?
20.
Nice.
Arrow's gonna cast Best Without a Trace, stop everyone out.
Okay. As Dread leaves your distance.
Yeah, Dread left before I could do it, but for everyone else who's gonna cast Best Without a Trace.
Dread just believes he is the knight.
Yeah. As everyone give me a stealth check, just you get plus 10 to it.
Nice 36 back there. No one knows who you are anymore. They forgot.
No. Oh, I do need to do one for Rafi. And it would be...
I mean, it's not entirely necessary for him. He's good.
For him, no?
Yeah.
I can do one. He's still got +2 for stealth. It's still pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, you get plus 10 to it.
Yeah, I do. I get +9, yeah.
But getting closer around the corner here, Dread. Yeah, you would start to see a pile of leather scraps, broken bones, and sludgy offal filling the corner of this cave. Kind of lumbering around the corner, you would see a monstrous beast resembling a bear. 3 long, fleshy tentacles sprouting from its skull. Each tentacle is topped with glowing, knobby lump of flesh as it stares directly at you. As it kind of turns that corner there. Oh, shit.
I go into a rage and
we're
yell.
gonna roll initiative. As you would see this thing.
At least my sword's flaming this time, which is great against a flaming bear.
Your sword is flaming. But
see how well that works.
No one else really sees it. Zom kind of barely sees it, as everyone is just quietly hidden in the corner of the crevice way in the back. So I would almost say everyone else is at disadvantage, so it'd be a straight roll, but
Oh, Alan did a straight roll.
it doesn't really matter. Jeff, what's your dex?
My dex is none of your business. It's a 14.
So dude would hear this odd snarling coming from within. Dude, what are you doing?
I'll creep forward a bit. See what I can see. Oh, and it sees Dread.
Absolutely it does. Snarling, about to rear up towards him.
Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and move forward. Let's count this out. 5, 10, 20, 25, 25 here. I will spend a focus and step the wind.
Okay.
And I'll try and yoink Dread as long as he lets me.
I mean, yeah, I know you, so I would let you.
Alright. And let's get the fuck out of here, buddy.
No, we've got to fight it. We've got to. We got to fight that thing.
We were told to run when we see one of these things. We gotta go.
We can take it. I can take it.
Let's go. I'm moving you back. We're gonna go over just to the edge over here and into this hallway.
So that would be difficult terrain. I think you might do avoid difficult terrain. As you start, that's actually swimming.
Okay.
As that is a deep pool, deep river of the gray matter fluid.
Alright. Then I'll pretty much just get to there then.
Okay. Anything else for Dexter?
Nope.
All right. That's going to take us to the bear.
I guess I have a lot more movement.
The bear charging up after Dread lunges out after him, snarling and growling. It stares at both Dread and Dude. I need wisdom saves from both of you.
21.
Don't make me afraid of this bear. Come on.
Oh, it's worse.
20. Fucking nat 20.
You're both good as its green eyes pulse out towards you. Its claws slam down to the ground as it just lunges out for a bite. These tendrils and teeth just kind of extend out from its mouth as it tries to bite down onto you, Dread. Getting a 14 with his first attack.
Miss.
It snaps out a second time. Getting a 30 with its second attack.
Holy shit. Yeah, that hits.
You take 25 points of piercing damage and 8 points of force damage.
Alright, so 25.
As it rends into you.
8. I think I want like an actual wound from this.
Word for what?
A wound. A wound from the bear.
Yeah,
like that attack.
You get a scar from this, absolutely.
Like it took a chunk out of me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And like almost like tentacle, like I'd say similar to an octopus tendril, but instead of suckers, it's all kind of teeth. And that thing's gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that will end its turn, taking us to your turn, Jeffrey.
All right, I'm immediately going into a rage. As I'm bleeding out like my side and stuff. And then, like, dude, you tried.
That's right.
And then I'm going to attack it with the Flame Tongue Scimitar, which is on fire.
All right.
I will do that recklessly.
All
'cause
right. With the advantage.
I want that advantage. 26.
26 will hit. Absolutely.
Need to turn the Flame Tongue thing on.
Turn it on. Should just make a separate attack for when it's lit. As it takes 19 points of damage, the fire seems to affect it just as much as the slashing does.
I mean, I'm always lit, fam.
Yeah. As little bits of smoke and steam exude from the wound that you cause, it stinks.
Yeah, I'm going to dagger attack.
19 will hit.
Yeah, it does need a second check, because now I gotta turn off the flame.
Mm-hmm. Well, you should just do both your flame tongues at the same time.
Yeah, I should.
It does 11 points of damage. You stab into it. It's like an echoing, snarling sound. Very otherworldly.
Double 20s.
That will hit it.
And I'm going to do a sneak attack damage.
Okay.
I'm going to add a superiority die for a trying to make it. I'll try a pushing attack.
Sure.
I thought
Is that a
I
strength
had.
save?
I believe they are all strength saves for me, but let me just double check.
It rolled pretty bad. It got a 20 though.
I have a 17, so it passes.
But it will still take the damage from the maneuver, and your sneak attack for 25 points of damage. Carving into this bear.
Yeah, fuckface, how does it feel?
As steam and smoke expels from its wounds.
And that is Jeffrey's turn. Actually, yep, that's Jeffrey's turn.
Alright, that will take us to Nero. Doesn't know what's going
Hey,
on.
No, you probably
You
can't hear.
all that.
Am I able to get past them?
Yeah, it'll be difficult
It'd be
terrain.
double movement. Okay. So that's 45, that's 35. And then he's gonna move. And we can see right there. First, we're gonna catch Hunter
You
Smart
see
on
the
this little guy.
Backside of a bear.
You see so Hunter's mark on him?
Yeah, spikes and spines spilling out of its backside.
And then with Hunter's mark, we're gonna attack him with our bow.
Alright. Ignoring the cover because you're sharpshooter.
Yep.
With your keen elven eyes.
26.
Yes, that will hit.
For 15.
We'll take 15 points of damage. Arrow sticks into its hide.
And the second attack. 11.
That
Probably
is,
miss.
that is gonna miss.
Use my reaction to make it a 21.
A 21 will be a hit as it kind of this flame pushes the arrow to the side, sticking into its hide.
Right, and let's 12.
Take 12 more points of damage.
And that'll be it.
Alright, that will take us to Zom.
This is probably done. It's taking damage. I'm gonna toll the dead from here.
Alright. It got a 17 on its save.
Screw you. And then I'm going to raise my shield and run in next to it. And hopefully
Okay.
block it from chasing everybody down. Right? Who's left around the corner? Those two?
Yeah. Raising your shield out, that will take us to Larissa.
Okay. So I assume moving past Ravi is difficult terrain.
Yeah. So just be add an extra 10 feet onto movement.
I'll look at the big monstrosity.
He's a big
Lovely.
ugly bear.
Big ugly bear.
He just wants a hug.
We get to fight this thing, guys. Come on.
Maybe. Okay. I am going to cast command.
Okay.
I just look at it and I say flee.
As you call for it out to flee, you would see the spectral claw exude from its own claw that's kind of standing on the ground. This like upward swiping claw kind of wafts in your direction as you call out for him to flee. I need a... Does it actually roll? No, of course it doesn't roll. I'll just roll this one. Never mind. It got a nat 1. Or 12 to
Okay.
hit. A nat 1 as this kind of energy swipes out towards you, almost reactively to whatever magic you're casting. So now I can make a wisdom save.
I have to make a wisdom
No,
save.
now it gets to make one. A 14 on his save.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't save.
It does not save. Anything else for Larissa?
Nah, my work's done.
All right. Can it take
Someone's gonna be
that will take us to Dude.
I should have moved one more square. I'm sorry.
He wouldn't have been able to get out there anyway. Well, arguable. Dude, what you up to?
I will.
Up as you're kind of starting to swim up this gray matter stream, as it's not, you can't see through it. It's a very thick consistency. It's opaque,
It's kind of sludgy.
very sludgy, hard to swim through.
I'm gonna go ahead and attune to the elements around
Okay.
us. Gives me a swim and a fly speed.
Yeah.
Or I already have a swim speed, so fly speed. And actually, kind of, how tall is the cabin?
How tall is the cavern? That's a good question. Uh, 15 feet. So about 5 feet above him.
Okay. I'll get a little bit of elevation, and I will do 2 focus points over here. I'll put out a elemental burst. Actually, I have a thing for a template for it. Yeah.
Yeah. It just
In
kind of
there.
explodes. What flavor of element?
We are going to go with some acid.
Okay. This acidic burst arcs out. I'm gonna get rid of it so I can click on the token. The dex save, right?
It is a dex save, yes.
Nat 20.
That stinks. It's still half.
Good roll though. It will take
There
Yeah.
you go.
13 points of damage. As a blast of acid shoots around it.
I will then spend another focus point, and I'll rain down some thunderous blows with a flurry of blows.
Okay.
A 29 to hit,
Absolutely, it's.
a 30 to hit,
Yep.
and
So
a
close.
20 to hit.
20 will hit.
Alright. 4,
14. plus 16, 30 plus, and you can reroll that one.
I will reroll that one.
Hey, 44 points of damage. As you're just wailing into it. Fur and bits of skin and these kind of tendrils just kind of getting crushed and kind of slamming off of its body.
And I'll end my turn. It's like 5 feet above the sludge.
Absolutely. That will take us to the creature who will run. Does it take the disengage action, or is it just...
I think it just runs. It uses all of it.
Yeah.
All of its, like...
So
I'm attacking it.
Yeah.
And... Oh, man, I miss.
You miss it.
So I don't stop it from running.
Yeah.
I will. Does a 23 hit?
23 does hit.
So I'll turn his miss into a hit because I've taken my turn, so I have my reaction back.
Fair enough.
And he does a lot more damage than I do.
Oh, sweet! So I get
Yeah.
to
As your sword's flames flicker even brighter as it tries to get away. It'll take 16 points of damage.
You're going nowhere, fuckface! As I like slash at one of its tendons on his back leg.
Absolutely. It starts to kind of sever it as you can see tendrils trying to keep it together, but don't. As it's starting to shamble. This thing is very badly wounded. That will take us to your turn, Jeffrey.
Yeah, I'm gonna go all out this one time.
All right.
So close to the nat 20.
28 will hit. $18 points of damage.
And then I'll do my flame scimitar again.
22 will also hit. As you're just hacking and slashing, and that smell of that smoke and just kind of awful scent.
I'm gonna add my sneak to this one.
Absolutely, why not? Use them if you got them.
Actually, it doesn't matter which one I add my sneak to, because it's still its own things. I'm gonna do my next attack before I do my sneak damage, just in case I crit. That was just for that.
Yeah, just kind of lashing out twice with your flame. You chop off its hind legs as it rears up for another bite towards you. Shambles to the ground, flailing around in the gray matter. You don't. It is down.
I will dagger it in the face.
Yeah, you dagger it in the face as it just kind of flails around wildly. The tendrils also flailing around as it splashes into the gray matter, going limp.
Drag it out of the gray matter.
Just stab it a few more times to make sure that those tendrils stop flailing, like they're doing like the post-mortem twitch thing. I'm like, no, fucking stop.
Absolutely. As the blaze bear is dead.
See, guys, I fucking told you we should take this thing out, and we did it. And there was a pile of shit over there we should go check out.
Literal pile of shit.
Yep, I'm gonna go dig through it.
Oof.
I'm gonna immediately like run over, like haul ass over top of the blaze bear and like try to make it through here to dig through this refuse.
I'm gonna go with them.
All right. Seeing the caves in here, twisting, winding, and turning. Yeah, you would see, like I said, a large pile of bones, sludge, and just like, and a lot of shit.
No bodies.
You start digging through it. It's bones of other blaze bears. There's might be some humanoid bones, but like sparse, no complete body.
Damn.
It has gotten its fill of the wildlife around. What little is there.
Well, I suppose I could build a nice bone chair, Skull for the skull throne, And then disappointed, clearly, he's gonna start walking around and like looking for where to go next.
Yeah. You do see nearby a like kind of a ledge over here that hear the slushing of liquid.
Let's see if there's anything in this corner just to make sure, and then I'll start walking this direction.
Absolutely. As you
I
head
think
up
this guy.
here, you can see, yeah,
This might be the cracked engine. I don't know.
a deep pool of gray liquid in the corner of this chamber kind of glitters oddly. Around the pool, bones and battered armaments litter the floor.
All right. Well,
What,
I'm gonna.
what is it flowing in a direction?
Yeah, this is how it was going back
This one
towards.
seems to, it is getting flowed into, but almost
Oh,
combining to make something, like the liquid here seems different and a little more glittery. It is flowing eastward, or flowing from the east, but it does seem to kind of go down a small ravine to the south.
let's see. Well, I don't have another vial right this second. Or do I?
And just drink a healing potion real quick.
I do. I was looking to see if I had a potion of healing, which I do. So I'm going to do a Zelda move and drink a potion of healing, and
Get a
then
vial.
get a vial,
All right.
and then fill it with this glittery liquid.
As you dip the vial into it, roll me a d6.
How much is a potion of healing? Two
2d4,
2d4.
2d4 plus 2.
So
I need a d6.
2d4, d6.
With a 5. As you dip the vial into the gray matter, you can see the vial warping and changing. And you can also see that you would hear a high-pitched hum constantly filling the room.
Oh no, we all got tinnitus.
Mm-hmm. That is awful. It is so bad. Also, as you're kind of dipping that in nearby, you can see a handful of items kind of lingering in at the edge, like underneath crevices. Looks like a suit of chainmail, short swords, and maybe even a mace, all twisted and malformed. One of them
The
kind of
roll
looks like
20 is messed up right now, so I can't do anything.
but you don't successfully get the liquid as it creates a tube and it just hums, almost seemingly absorbing some of the liquid you dipped in there.
That's weird. I'm very tempted to jump in, but I
Please,
won't.
Yes, we go.
please don't.
Isn't that the way we gotta go?
I don't think
there
it
another way?
is. Oh, there's more around this corner, but it might lead back towards the pool. I don't know. Let's
Coming or going, might as well follow it.
yeah. I'm gonna start walking this direction.
Okay. Continuing heading that direction, you can overlook a small, the two streams where it streams from the south down northward, kind of bending around from where you came from previously.
Just
Seeing a winding tunnel heading northeast.
Yep. I don't know if it's me, my computer, or if it's roll 20, but I'm like lagging, jumping, stuff like that.
You might also be walking on my cameras,
I gotcha.
which can sometimes make it hard. As you guys enter into this area here, you would spot a ghostly image of a human warrior. Paces nervously, kind of at the bottom of this slope, kind of around here. You didn't see him until you kind of passed over it. You would see him smile with relief, waving, shout, "Hey, please help me, my comrades! Have you seen them?
Seen who?
Oh, my comrades! Oh, hello. Good to see more folks here.
Or have we seen whom?
My
Oh, your other
Yes.
Well, you just called us comrades. I was like,
What do they look like?
Oh, they're soldiers of Siren, of course.
What is he
close
dressed
like
as?
you?
He's dressed as a soldier.
Does he look like the ones that we already passed that are dead? Like their outfits, as insignia, what have you?
Yeah, very similar to them, yes. He kind of
Sorry,
approaches,
dude.
please,
We've got bad news.
you have bad
You and your-
news.
Yep, you and your friends are dead.
No, we
And then I'm
were
gonna like kind
on
of
the
like
eve of battle.
I want to like gently push my hand through him.
Please, help me reunite with my friends. I believe they're right inside here.
Hey, look at what's going on with my hand. It passes right through you.
Nonsense, allies. Come, we must find them. And immediately just starts sprinting northeastward.
Well, I guess we just
As it
have
just
to.
disappears into darkness from above.
Guess we have to follow him and show him the hard way that the
Just
Trenner's dead.
follow him at a moderate pace. We just go in the direction we're going anyway.
He sprinted.
Yeah, let's go towards that what the green liquid goes.
Yeah. Heading up to this area here, you can see fine tinkering tools, wood carving equipment, metal plates hanging from hooks above a table, counters all kind of crowding this workshop up here. As in one corner, looks like a faucet juts from a tall steel vase, and the opposite corner collapsed, allowing access to the tunnel that you just came from.
Now we're fucking talking.
And this the little river of gray matter oozes across the floor and down the tunnel from a tube that looks to extend downward. We'll say, if you can, explore with your words.
Yeah, I want to go and look for the where the liquid's coming from. I want to investigate that.
Okay. So Dread's
There we
running
go.
up
There we
to
go, there
investigate where
too.
the liquid came from. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Maybe we would go investigate that whole big thing too. Trying
Like
to
beds
figure
and
out
stuff in
what it
here?
is.
What's going on with these beds?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Explore with your words, not your... That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, what's up with these beds?
As you enter into this small space here and kind of peer inside, absolute silence fills this tranquil sleeping area. Walls lined with wooden bunks draped in green and purple quilts. See motes of dust kind of drift with a a peculiar languidness. You do see a woman sleeping in one of the beds.
Silence. So if I try and talk, nothing comes out. I
I need a
try and
Constitution saving throw from dude.
Constitution. Don't know if I like this. It's an 8.
As you walk in here, you see her sleeping on a bunk, and you drop down and fall unconscious.
I was thinking about taking a nap. That's about right.
Do I see dude fall down?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll blow the horn of silent alarm. See if it wakes him up.
What did he roll? An 8? Okay. No, he's out.
Hey, guys, careful of noxious gas or magics over there. The dude is down.
See if I can go get him.
Give me a Constitution save as you approach dude.
26.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm just gonna pick him up and take him back over here.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Can I try to wake him up?
What do? You
Shake
just
him a little
just
bit?
try to shake him?
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah. It takes a moment. Dude, you're eventually woken up.
It's gonna be like 5 more minutes.
Yeah, sure, man. Take all the time you need. You want to go actually nap? You can go back to those beds.
Oh shit. Oh, that actually happened. Oh, my bad.
what happened?
I was just thinking about taking a nap, and then I guess I did. Didn't mean to do that.
You also would
Suppose.
see a woman sleeping in one of the beds.
Yeah, there's
When Zom was over there, did he see anything invisible by any chance?
No?
Okay. Dang.
Woman, or like a ghost woman?
A woman.
Oh,
A snowman.
I'm gonna go see if I can get her too.
Give me a con save as you enter into the room again.
27.
Yeah, you're good. You're golden.
Yeah.
You walk up to the woman. What do you do?
And then you said this area was like a silenced area. I know it's safe
It's
over
just
there.
quiet.
I'm gonna try to bring her back over here with everybody else, where it's at least I know it's safe over there.
As you
Something's going on.
grab her, she looks towards you. This kind of disheveled, super bedhead. Eyes. Oh. In your head, you would hear, Sorry. I must have overslept again. Why aren't you sleeping?
Something weird is going on. I'm going to bring you out of whatever this is.
Oh.
I fear you've
No.
been sleeping for quite some time.
I'm quite tired. It's quite alright.
Yeah. I believe that is part of what's going on here.
Oh, I'm just sleeping. You should get some rest too. I'm too tired to talk. It's all in your head.
Everything all right over there, Sam?
Well, if it's all the same, I think. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to try to take her out of here.
As you try to pick her up, she pushes you away, and as her palm touches you, your vision vastly and rapidly shifts as if you are looking through the eyes of a soaring bird. You see a titanic stone statue standing amid a circle of glowing sigils. A dozen robed figures as small as ants stand around the circle and murmur arcane words, heads all bowed in concentration. Impossibly, the stone colossus begins to levitate. Silvery light swirls around the colossus. The ground quakes, breaking the mage's focus. You see the colossus buried in crumbling stone, surrounded by shifting mountains and sickly gray clouds. Years pass, rapid succession, while the colossus stands like a stone sentinel, stuck inside the craggy mountainside. And your vision is suddenly back to grabbing her as she's pushing you away. Too tired.
Were you here when this thing was created?
What? You also get a short rest in that time,
Okay.
as it seems to feel like the last hours, but it happens at a split moment.
Ooh.
No, just get some sleep. I also need a con save as you get out of that.
Oh no.
You do actually fall asleep. As your eyes blink awake from the vision, and she says, just get
Why
some
didn't we
sleep.
send Nero to do all this?
Yeah, you pass out. As you would see Zom just collapse. Meanwhile, are you guys just watching Zom in there?
Yeah.
No.
No, I would turn away like once they're like doing that, and I was like, okay, cool, and go back to looking at this whatever this thing is.
Yeah,
The brain machine.
This is not a brain machine. This is a
No?
tube of...
Does it look like was it?
It looks like a tube that goes down and up. It only goes up for about 10 feet where you can see collapsed wreckage.
Is there Zordon in it?
But it does seem to go down hundreds of feet. Or at least 100 or so feet. A soft green glow illuminating the space.
All right. Well, I'm not ready to jump down that hole yet because there's just so much stuff in here. So I'm gonna start like investigating the wreckage and stuff and see if I can find anything cool. That's what I'm gonna be doing with my
Fair enough.
time.
What are the rest of you guys doing? Because I'm just passed out.
Nero's gonna tell Ravi to try and go and drag him out. See if he's gonna be able to
Sure, Ravi, give me a
Do
strength.
that.
Give me an athletics check from Ravi.
athletics. Not 20.
Absolutely drags Zom out.
And then he would just like very softly like jump on him a little bit to wake him up.
Yeah, Zom, you awake. Feeling pretty well rested at this point.
What happened in there?
Is he
you fell
mechanically
asleep.
well rested?
He got a
Just
short.
a short
He
one.
got a short run.
So I got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Nothing for you.
yeah, something weird's going on back there.
What did you see? Did you see something?
I think I saw this thing's initial creation and then all of it. I don't know.
You saw its lifespan.
It's been standing here. I don't think it's ever moved.
Nope.
But there's something weird going on that back half. Though,
But
well, this thing doesn't take people to run, because that would be an excellent enchantment on a sailing ship where you're forced to get restful sleep in your sleeping area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, you're
It's
never
perfect.
gonna leave.
Yeah, we need to commandeer this vessel. Take it to the stars.
I hate to break it to you, but I don't think this vessel ever actually worked.
You saying it's some type of military boondoggle?
Dread, you can also assemble a set of all the tools here. Either a set of tinker tools or woodcarver's tools. Or mason's tools. Can be found here. But you can also... There is a dripping faucet. Or not dripping. A large vat with a faucet on it. Unlabeled.
Give you some gray matter.
It's
It seems to be at a dead end. The only way down seems to be down this hole right there. Old tube.
Can I see? I mean, it's green here, but can I see like where it would go? Can I see the bottom, or is it just a?
yeah, you can see the bottom. It goes down. Actually, I was wrong. It goes down about 70 or so feet.
70 feet.
We're going down there.
What does
Mm,
this
could
thing
prob-
look like?
It's a large. That's the large vat with the
The
faucet.
vat
That's
with the
larger than
faucet.
okay. And
So who got that ring with that feather thing on it?
Whoever has the bag where everything was in.
Yeah, because
I thought somebody actually took the ring. Then who wants the ring? And if it requires attunement, we don't have time to use the ring.
I mean, are we not doing anything about the lady that's in there?
She wants to stay here.
I tried.
I mean, I've got rope. We can get her out if we want to.
Just want to kidnap a woman in her sleep.
I mean, bring her out here, wake her up, and have her tell us what's going on. Like an
She knows
interrogation.
what's going on. I don't think she knows anything.
We don't know until we ask her.
She's been
I think she's
asleep
been
for
asleep
1,000
for
years.
5 years.
I guess we should
I do
just
feel bad leaving her, but
Yeah, I'm
she
gonna like wrap a
actively
rope around myself
You and Nero want to go get her?
and hand the other end to Zom, and I'm gonna go in there and try to get her.
Give me a con save.
My God.
Nope. Immediately falls down as he goes inside.
Like, so confident. I
Okay.
got this.
So sleepy.
pull him back. And
He's like,
It's
just
quiet right
dragging
now. Do we want to come up with a
dragging
plan?
my face across the helmet across the ground.
Loud screech. Actually, it's quiet, and so it's a soft screech as his horns dig into the ground.
Let's just go down. Let's just try to find a way to go down this tube.
You can easily wake him up, though.
Yeah, but we need a plan before we wake him up.
Yeah.
Don't wake me up.
You got,
Before he does anything more stupid.
you got 1 minute.
All right.
Aren't elves notoriously hard to put to sleep?
I mean, what do you want me to do? I can try to go in there, see if I'm gonna fall asleep, but what do you want me to do? Drag her out?
Put to sleep at all.
Not through magic.
Her out
but-
of here. So at least we can try and talk to her.
I can
I'd
try.
hate to leave her. I don't know why she's like
I guess if she wants to go back to sleep, we can
Lady
let her go back to sleep.
Rumpelstiltskin over there. She's gonna sleep her entire life away.
All right, I'll try to go see if one last time if we can
Here,
get
do
her
the-
out, but
We can
no
do the death
guarantees.
trick.
Wait. Would message work on her?
She speaks telepathically, but she's not awake to talk to. She talked to me when I woke her up, but not using her voice.
She does look almost
I mean-
elven. Almost.
All right. And I'll try to get her
Like sharp features, but she doesn't have pointy ears.
like half elf or
No. Like she's like human, but there's something else about her.
all right.
Human, but from a different plane.
Yeah.
I'll give it a one last chance before we move forward. Nero's gonna go in
Good. Nero, you feel a little drowsy, but you don't fall asleep.
and he's gonna just nudge her a little bit.
As you nudge her, your hand goes right through her.
She's a ghost. You just turn to the other. She's a ghost.
As his voice is but a whisper.
Say it like a ghost.
Yeah, she's just a ghost. As he walks back.
She certainly didn't feel like a ghost a couple minutes ago.
I mean, my hand went right through her.
Oh, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying.
Almost like she can
Perhaps
choose
she-
whether or not she wants to be touched.
Yeah.
She's tired.
So-
She's like, leave me alone. She would actually, like, her eyes would kind of blink open, narrow as you enter. And she should go to sleep. Gonna be late if you don't get good rest.
I just leave her and go down the tube. Figure out a way to go down.
If she's a ghost, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
All right. Real question. We do have a ring of featherfall,
They got one. They got
Yes.
robes.
but does the ring of featherfall require attunement?
I could just jump. Fine.
It
It's
does.
not in our magic items. Oh, there it is. It didn't get put in the folder.
Yeah, I just didn't put it in the folder. It's-
Right, so it requires attunement, so nobody's using the ring of featherfall.
I mean, I can climb down that can rather easily, but
I would say someone... Is anyone proficient in medicine?
Partial proficiency.
no, I'm not
Bard
proficient. No,
I will let one person roll a medicine check for me.
the
Your
person
call.
that has the better.
Well,
Who's got the better?
Larissa has partial proficiency, but Zom has really good wisdom.
Yeah, but half proficiency is. I don't know what her wisdom is, but
I've got good wisdom, but I only got a
Probably-
+3 on the.
yeah,
Mine's
On
only
medicine.
+3.
Well, there you go. It's the same.
your wisdom is not particular. Then my 4 is slightly
Your 4
better.
is probably the best.
Zom, give me a medicine check.
21.
With a 21, this very much resembles the structure of a spine.
Where we found the backbone of this.
Mm-hmm.
So we are.
Like,
Hey,
you can almost
Jeff,
see. You know,
we are in thing.
Yeah, you can almost see little ringlets of stone going down, almost like a spinal cord.
So it's quite climbable if the vertebrae are
It is
anatomical.
climbable.
Shove a sword in it.
And it
It's
goes
so
up
weird.
about 15 or so feet before the entire thing has collapsed and broken of stone, metal, and stone and metal.
Oh.
But downward, it is accessible.
We could go down, but down doesn't seem like the way we need to go. So there's probably something
mean,
else over here.
Probably a way for us to go down, then back up.
Well, if this is
Alright.
if this is a large creature, well, if we're in the spine, it means we're up. Because the spine wouldn't connect to the legs.
But there has to be another way to go up than just the spine.
Well, it could be in the cave, is all I'm saying. We could need to climb more mountain and find another broken piece like we did here.
There was another place in the cave where it seems to be a bit deeper. Gray matter.
Is the gray matter pooling down? Is it going into
The
this?
gray matter is coming from the broken rubble above, yeah.
But we can't go up because it is collapsed. There's no spinal access.
I mean, it seems like, weird to design a room like this with no exit. There's not a door in this room.
This creature, well, I mean, all of this is weird. Because from what we understand, these large colossi don't require a crew. But yet there's a sleeping chamber for 5 individuals. Ooh.
Well, actually 10. They're bunk beds.
In my vision, how many people did what did we see?
You saw a dozen wizards working on it, I believe.
It's slightly more than there are beds.
Yeah, a dozen robed figures.
Works with rotations, but at the same time, are they trying to use this for something else?
There's definitely magic around, though.
Is some kind of ruse? Large statue to be intimidating and imposing, but everything that is supposed to be coming from the statue is actually coming from the 12 wizards who live inside it?
Sounds like a pretty smart plan.
I think our best bet is to go back and explore the rest of the cave if we can find a way back up.
We can go down, worst case is we climb back up. Just, I think up is ultimately where we need to go.
I will.
I mean, and the last one, and
Dude
the
just jumps down.
Dude,
you float there.
Survey quick. What?
As he jumps out to fall down, he just floats there.
I'm falling real slow, guys.
As he just floats there.
I think you're actually going up, sir.
The green light. Yeah, you can. You want to go down? You start floating down a little bit. Like as you mentioned down, you start slowly levitating down.
I think if I want to go.
Oh, so it's a magical.
I want to go up though.
You want to go up? You go up about 10 feet until you hit that collapse.
I feel it, and it's there.
It's there. It's solid.
Would be able to destroy that? Would you be able to destroy that collapse? You think? With a thunder punch or something?
I think the only thing keeping the collapse from continuing is this magic,
possibly
gravity thing.
That would make sense.
So let's not.
As you have at least discovered this gravity well in the spine of Landro, a large colossus with secrets still kept within it. More to be found for sure. That'll be where we're going to end tonight. With a way down, hopefully trying to find a way up. But yeah, we will end there tonight, people. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week for more of Vecna on the Eve of Ruin.
Good night.
Night, Internet.
Bye.
Internet.